we are joined right now on the fly, and thank you so much for coming in so quickly. Julie Kornack is here with us. She's the policy analyst for the Center for Autism and Related Disorders, and she's a great person to sort through. The CDC has just announced the new prevalence numbers for autism in the United States, and we gave just the bare numbers. So, Julie, talk to us about what we know now that we didn't know 10 minutes ago.
We know that the autism prevalence continues to increase, and it looks like the increase from the previous 1 in 88 to the newer number is 30%, represents a 30% increase. Boys are still almost 5 times as likely to get it, to be diagnosed with autism, I should say. And one of the other things they're pointing out in the CDC report is that the average age of diagnosis is 4 years old, although the CDC is saying that children can be diagnosed as early as 2. I think we might actually argue they can be diagnosed a little earlier. Parents are definitely noticing delays earlier than 2. So in response to the new numbers, the government's been criticized a lot for not doing enough. So they've launched an initiative that is a joint effort of the Health and Human Services Department and the Department of Education called Birth to 5, Watch Me Thrive. And while some of the details of that are still unfolding in the press conference that's going on right now, the basic idea is to get people aware of what developmental milestones children should be reaching and when they should be reaching them. And so parents can sort of increase their awareness of when their child might start to lag behind what a typically developing child might be achieving.
Okay, and so go through these numbers for us again. 1 in 68 total.
Right.
1 in 42 boys.
Yes.
1 in 189 girls.
Right.
And you were telling me during the break that these numbers are significant because they use the same exact reporting system as the 1 in 88.
They have an Autism and Developmental Disabilities Monitoring Network, which is 11 different sites in, I believe it's 11 states. Don't quote me on that. Every time I revisit that, I have to learn those numbers again. And they examine the health and special education records of 8-year-olds in these 11 communities. And so it's the exact same way that they derive the data of 1 in 88.
So these are very reliable numbers.
They're very reliable. Well, they're reliable numbers that I would say that that's at least we have 1 in 68.
Yes.
That we could actually have a higher number because, as everybody knows from earlier data that was not collected in the same way, the number could be as high as 1 in 50.
Absolutely. But just to be clear, that this is the same measuring stick that they use to determine 1 in 88.
Right.
So for people who are saying, well, maybe they're looking at different criteria, no, this is so we see that the prevalence is going up.
The prevalence is continuing to rise.
Okay, 1 in 68 boys, 1 in 68 total,
right.
1 in 42 boys, 1 in 189 girls.
Yes.
All right, it's going to take us all some time to process, but we appreciate you so much for taking the time to run in and break it down for us a little bit.
And we're so grateful to organizations and shows like Autism Live that make an effort to get the word out, because really increasing awareness is the best tool that we have right now to get children screened, especially in communities where they're not as likely to be screened.